Okay, I'm trying something different, but I'm slowly transitioning into it because I've gotten so used to talking to this camera because I have no one to talk to on a stream of consciousness type thing, and it's good for me. It's not good for a lot of other people. It's boring. It ruins the algorithms on this YouTube channel. I gotta get out of my rigidity and start doing other things that I like to do. And what I like to do on this channel, I can't please everybody. Some of the videos were French, some of them were English. I gotta put a stop to that because it's not working. So I'm a little slow with getting things going. I'm a late bloomer sometimes, and if you notice the Take Back Your Life Facebook page, I post a lot of videos. I posted a lot of videos of Sam back when he was doing videos that were appealing to me and other people too. And I did do a few videos where I mentioned it in the title and talked about it and all that, and this is where I'm going to try to analyze each video and say why I like it, what's good about it, and react to them. I'm going to go back to some of the videos that I already posted, I think. We're going to see. I just woke up. So I'm trying to combine content for other people while still trying to get things off my chest of myself, where my mind is kind of like, I have my bujo. I'm gonna write clips that I'm doing, but I only use my bujo now for my workouts, for consolidating stuff, but not for actually getting my mind right. So I need to use this to get my mind right. So I'm going to try and mix it up together. We're going to see how this goes. Oh boy, I just got a text. Someone wants to schedule an appointment for massage therapy at 2 p.m. tomorrow. That'll kind of ruin my day tomorrow. I wanted to go to the gym. I'm not going today because I'm dead from yesterday's boot camp class. So I'm working on this video and I'm going to edit it. But because it takes me an hour to get to this new gym, and if I do this massage from 2 to 3, then the time it'll take me to get ready before I leave, it'll be like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the one guy who referred me to this gym, I wanted to see if he was there and work out there. So it probably won't happen tomorrow, so he didn't confirm yet, but I'll probably have to wake up early and get there and work out, then come back here. So I'm not going to see the guy at the gym. And that kind of throws me off, and I don't want to set this guy for earlier or whatever. There's things like this, little things like this that kind of get my anxiety up. Might be going to the gym later today. I'm not as dead as I was last week after this boot camp class. I mean, I'm sore, but there's things I can do, and I can stretch, and I want to see the guy at the gym. I want to see other people. I don't want to, lose contact. So it's a relationship thing for me. And tomorrow it's confirmed for the massage therapy at 2. Guy's going to come here. I also want to edit this video, but I want to finish this video. I also want to publish the other videos that I had uploaded and never published. Like, that's how my mind works. It's like all over the place. So I'm doing a little bit of folding. I guess you can call this multitasking. I do a lot of bits and pieces of things just to kind of feel that I'm actually accomplishing something and moving forward on, you know, menial tasks like this, like laundry. I mean, most of my clothes are like the fake type of dry fit, so I can keep them in the dryer and not have to worry about them getting wrinkled or whatever. I mean, I wear workout clothes, so let me wear one of these shirts. Oh no, I still have acne medicine on my pimples drying. I can't do that yet. That wasn't on camera. If you're still sticking with this video, I'll get to the point with the Sam Vaknin video. I'll get to one, trust me. You'll see it in the title. Or you could just scroll to the part where it's there. This is going to be hell to edit because I use openware or shareware or whatever you want to call it, open source, and it's got a lot of bugs in it, and my computer isn't as powerful as it should be. So, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. Now I realize I'm getting acne medicine on my shirts, but these shirts don't change color with the benzoyl peroxide. They're not cotton, so they don't fade. There's no bleach stains or whatever. Because you know the benzoyl peroxide bleaches clothes, bleaches skin, bleaches pillowcases, whatever. Alright, now I'm starting to make some breakfast. It's 9:12. My psychologist appointment is at noon, not at noon, at 10. So in 45 minutes. I haven't seen him in a month. It's on Zoom. I've been going haywire, so that wasn't a good thing, you know, that I have no one to talk to. I had a support group, and that's kind of off, and there's another support group I'm supposed to go to, and that hasn't started yet. So it's like I've been in limbo, and all these good, you know, quote unquote good things happen to me, but my anxiety is really high trying to juggle everything. Now, I don't know, today I'm feeling a little bit better. It's weird, maybe because I'm doing this video a different way. It's like a new beginning, it's like a fresh start, you know, and I'm being optimistic about it, and it makes me feel like I'm okay, you know, that I'm in control. That could be it, you know, a control thing. I need to feel like I'm creating something, not like I'm stifling in the same old rut and everything is pulling me from side to side, you know, everything and everyone. I'm sore, but I'm gonna go to the gym. See, my mind changes all the time. I thought I was gonna go to Costco after this. I thought I was just gonna stay here and do nothing, but tomorrow maybe I won't go to the gym because I have the massage therapy. So I'll go today and go later and see the guy and do a little bit of stuff and maybe find another day to go to Costco. Maybe go to Costco tomorrow instead. Like, it's always changing, and that kind of freaks me out too, that I can't keep something, my mind is all over the place. And you know, people say, you know, create your schedule the day before, the night before. I can't. I have to modify it as I go. You know, depending on my motivation, depending on my mood, depending on extraneous circumstances, you know. So I'm gonna make some pancakes, and I have things here that I need to get, so they're reminders. Okay, so here are my pancakes, the little pancakes. I make them myself, and here's my bujo. I like the fact that now my mind is just so, you know, I had a whole bunch of papers here. I've cleaned up a lot. I've streamlined this bujo. And now I'm reusing my bujo to, you know, consolidate. If you don't know bujo, bullet journal, it's a shortcut for it. It's, you know, bujo bullet journal. Look it up on Google, or I have one video on this channel where I first start using it. But I consolidated everything, all my little papers, and I wrote it onto one page. Well, about 60% of it. I still have more to do, but I haven't done that for like 6 months. And my mind is like that. Like sometimes things get overwhelming, and then I have papers all over the place. Very ADHD type thing, you know. And I do have a hyperactive mind. I know that. I don't know if I have ADHD, but when I was young, my father kept saying I'm very hyperactive. Maybe he just meant physically, but my mind is like that too, and I'm accepting that. I'm just going with my borderline right now. I'm not going with anything else, but it's kind of obvious to me. So now I'm putting things more into the pages of the book as opposed to little papers. Like today, this is past few days, it's been like that. So it's kind of, I've gone back to that. So I always rotate things. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't stick with one thing. I'll do it for a bit, get sick of it, have to change, because I'll feel too engulfed, too anxious, too set in my ways, and I don't like that either. So, okay, another change in plans. I think I'm going to do a reaction video to Roberto Blake, because he did a video that was more describing him as an introvert. So this title is obviously going to change. You're going to see clips of me talking about Sam Vaknin, and I'm not going to do it today. But I have my psychologist appointment, so I'm going to sit down and relax. I just ate most of my pancakes. I still have 2 left. I'm not going to eat them. To save calories and money on syrup, because this is a lot of calories in it. A quarter cup is 220 calories. I just put a little dab in it, and then I kind of dip on the plate. I put a dab on the plate, and then I dip, and I have sweetener in it too. So why am I saying that? It's just I'm always modifying my eating plan, so it's more and more optimal for what I like, and that gives me the body results that I want too. And yeah, I kind of, thanks to Greg Doucette also, I kind of like that. Didn't like him initially, but he's kind of growing on me, so go figure. Okay, I just got off the phone with my psychologist. It went well, but now I gotta kind of unwind before I sit down to watch that video. I'm like, I need to change gears. So I'm gonna relax, watch some other videos, and I'm gonna see what I can do. And it's really cold in here. It's sunny, but it's cold in here. I gotta take off the air for a bit. Alright, I gotta eat some more. Making myself some potatoes with some kidney beans that I had in the crock pot. Gonna put a little bit of jerk seasoning on it. Gonna put on some Panda Bear oyster sauce. Mix that around.
It's so stupid. I'll just describe it because I don't want to show it, but he basically zooms in on the corpse. He shows.
All right, enough with the procat. Enough lollygagging.
Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake helping you create something awesome today. Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about a struggle that I still deal with sometimes, which is the things that go with being an introvert, and also why it makes me feel like it's hard to relate to people. I think one of the hardest things about being in social media and being on YouTube is that I actually don't feel like I'm a relatable person.
I don't feel I relate to anyone either. Man, if I go back to my history, the one time I remember trying to be myself in grade school, I felt shunned by it. And over the years you kind of learn to not be yourself, or be reserved and not talk to people and stay away from people and be very vigilant. Yeah, I can relate to that.
I'm here talking to you on the internet from the safety of my favorite place, my home office, where I don't actually have to interact with another human being. In fact, the majority of my day is spent having physical separation from other people. Even when the world isn't melting down, I mostly am just a homebody, and I'm always working on projects more than I'm probably interacting with people.
Yeah, I kind of interact more. I like to stay at home also, although I do like to interact with some people. I find it very hard, but it is easier, you know, for me. I don't know about the online stuff. I still can't interact with people online. I find it kind of difficult. Even with the Take Back Your Life MTL page, I like to post a lot. The interaction is harder for me. Kind of gives me anxiety.
My entire life, I've only really ever had like a handful of friends. Even in my adult life, I only actually had like 6 or 7 friends throughout most of my 20s. And, you know, to this day, I have a handful of meaningful relationships.
Well, you have 6 to 7 more friends than I have, so I've never had friends. I've had transient people in my life for a short period of time. I've had boyfriends that were there to fill a void of me needing friends. So one person had to take care of all my needs type thing. Friends, sex, love, whatever. Not a good match. Not a good result.
And that's because I think that when you are a creative person and you are more introverted and you really like to think about these abstract things, it's really hard for people who live very much in the present to deal with you and to kind of like see things from your perspective, because for you, everything is in the future. Everything is about what is being built. Everything is about turning a thought into a thing.
Well, I know one of the first boyfriends I had couldn't understand the fact that I didn't have a job. I didn't think in terms of 9 to 5, but my father didn't either. I mean, he worked at flea markets. He worked for himself, so this concept was foreign to me. And plus, at times that I had little jobs, except for one I remember, which was working at a Sunoco gas station back in the day. Loved it until I had no time to give to it because I was on a diving team. But I loved that. I worked at a few convenience stores too, which I liked. But I couldn't, this boyfriend couldn't understand a 9 to 5 because that's all he knew. He didn't know how to work for himself. He didn't know, like, he was in the Matrix. You know what I mean? He didn't, so.
Videos here on YouTube, it's actually a little bit easier sometimes because I am overthinking everything, believe it or not. I still struggle with that. I still think about every reaction, every comment, every criticism, and I desperately have to try not to take those things to heart.
I overthink a lot of things, but the comments and criticisms, well, I'm not at his level, so I can't say, but of the comments I've had, initially I used to think about it a lot when I first started getting 1 or 2. You know, a year maybe, but now I don't even, it's not a thing for me, but we'll see what happens when things pick up, you know?
It's also really hard because introverted people tend to be more sensitive to those things. We're already very hypercritical. We are already very much in our own head. We are already picking ourselves apart piece by piece every minute of every single day. And so when somebody else does it, it's just seeing like our worst fears in our mind manifested in reality to say, see, I told you so. Every bad thing you think about yourself, they can all see it. There it is, laid bare.
I kind of used to think like that. I don't think that's the case. I mean, I'm hypersensitive, but because I'm so vigilant now because of time, and I don't trust a lot of people, and I don't interact with that many people. It's only the people I'm vulnerable to that sometimes when they say something, it gets to me. So if there's no attachment for me and anyone online, you know, I don't feel that much. But there have been cases, I digress. Sometimes I perceive something as being rude and I want to tell the person off and I want to throw them off a cliff. There's like an anger that comes. It's not that often. Sometimes I can kind of pull myself back and say, you know, they're just projecting. And they're trying to get my goat, and it has nothing to do with me, you know. And I'll be like, thank you for watching the video because they're doing me a service.
A lot of people, that happens to them, it makes them a lot quieter. It makes them a lot more anxious and reserved. I get the anxious part. The reserved part for me doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm more reserved. I'm more, I don't know, banality. Can you say that in English? Very blasé about it, very, not indescriptive, indifferent, you know. And I'm more like that now. It's a practice thing, you know. Even on the dating apps or the sex apps, now that I'm seeing a lot of people who try to manipulate me, in the sense that, you know, they'll say compliments or whatever, and they're trying to be nice and forthcoming, and then when they see a response from me, then they're like, oh yeah, I got a hard on from you, oh yeah, dude, it's like, that's tacky, and that would give a lot of anger towards me, and now I would get a lot of anger because of it, but now it's like I don't even engage in that. If they give me a compliment, I might answer. If they turn around real quick, you kind of see that was their motive, to try to get a response so that they could come in with like, yeah, I want to get with you or whatever. I just don't answer, I don't engage, and more I don't even have a feeling about it. It's like I kind of stashed it in a compartment in my head. That's a technique that a lot of people do, and I've had that confirmed by a couple of YouTube videos. You know, people looking at your Instagram stories, but then they don't hit you up, and they want you to hit them up. It's like it's a game, you know. So now that I kind of understand it more, it's easier to deal with.
I hate being misunderstood. I hate acknowledging that somehow I failed to communicate my idea in a clear and thoughtful way, and it just nags at me and eats at me, and then it forces me to explain or to correct myself or to try to analyze the gap between what I said and what was heard.
Okay, I think I could see where I've done a little bit more work. Maybe it's a time thing. I don't feel that I have to be sorry for things now. I used to be. Well, there are times I find myself in the defensive, but I realize that I don't have to justify what I say, with exceptions, of course. Probably on this channel, if it ever gets bigger, I'm gonna remove some videos where I was a little on PC and whatever, but in general, I don't owe anyone an apology for how I feel. It's my feelings, my sentiment, and sometimes I'm very blunt, very rude, maybe yet even on PC. I gotta mitigate some of that, but if someone's triggered by what I say, or then fuck you, right? It's like, let's get it out in the open. I'm saying that now, but of course there's always exceptions. It depends how stressed I am. It depends how well I feel about myself in the moment that I can be strong enough to be like that. Sometimes I'm not like that, so. But I'm working on it.
Extremely frustrating for my parents, for my teachers, every relationship I've ever been in. All of these things are a quirk of my personality that I feel makes me wildly unrelatable, and it's the thing that makes me most insecure about myself.
So that being said, I got into 4 minutes and 9 seconds. And I want to go to the gym. Okay, sometimes my attention is bad. And yeah, that's it. I mean, I like Roberto Blake's. Is that like a tongue twister or something? I don't know. Roberto Blake's videos. So, but that's all I want to do right now. I want to finish this and I want to get out of here. And yeah, I hope to get to the Sam Vaknin videos. I'm trying to find a way where I could actually sit down, go through a full video talking about it, because a lot of times I listen to the videos while I'm doing something else. To actually sit down to the video with the video and do it and talk about it, it's a lot, y'all. But I want to at least talk a little bit about this because I'm weird, you know. People see me in one way, but I'm like completely different in a lot of ways, you know. So, if you made it to the end, thank you. Subscribe, watch. Well, you did watch it. Share, like, comment. I might answer the comment. I might not. I might remove the comment. I don't know. I might ignore you. I might not. Come to the Take Back Your Life Facebook page. Take Back Your Life Montreal, MTL Facebook page. I post a lot of these videos there. I think I posted this there. Maybe I didn't. But I posted a lot of Sam Vaknin videos. I should get to that. I hope to get to that. If not, if I find something that catches my eye before, I'm going to do that, because that's the way I am with this. And yeah, we'll see how this goes in the future.